Okay, so I am going to unmute everyone. And then she has the ability, does she know how to use Zoom? Yes, she can. When she mutes all right. Well, I don't even know where she is.
Oh yeah, My Hero Academia, yeah.
One moment.
And unmute me.
Okay, she should be, and
Okay, there we go. Hi guys. So if you can hear me, my name is Sarah Friedman. I'm going to be your instructor tonight. And I think, are we still waiting on some people to join in, or are we? I'm not sure if we're starting out now. Hang on one second. I'm going to talk to one of your leaders and see what she wants us to do. There we go. Okay, can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear my voice. Yay, wonderful. So I think we're ready to start. First of all, I just want to say I'm so excited to see all of you. My name is Sarah Friedman. I am a yoga instructor, but I'm also a middle school art teacher. So I teach kids your age, pretty much every day when we're having school. So I was really excited to join this group. If you're new to yoga, that's totally fine. I want you just to take things at your own pace. If you've done yoga before, that's great, but please be patient with yourself and just have some fun with it. We are gonna start off, before we get on our mats, we're gonna start off with the Girl Scout Promise and the Girl Scout Law. So if you know it, I'd love for you to say it with me. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout Law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others. Respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. So I think today, it's a really special day because it's Earth Day, and we get to celebrate that by being together and doing something that's really good for our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. Couple quick things about yoga. The word yoga actually means to join or unite. So when we think of that, to join or unite, I want you to think of your body and its ability to move and be strong and be balanced. I want you to think of your mind and how that relates to how your body's feeling. And then just your spirit, your energy that you carry with you each day. So as we make our way onto our mats, I'm gonna go back to my mat and I'm just gonna double check that you can still hear me. So when I'm back there, I'm gonna ask you to give me a thumbs up or you can give me that emoji to make sure you can still hear my voice, okay? All right, so can you guys hear me still from back here? Give me a thumbs up. Oh, good, I see some emojis and I see some actual thumbs. So we're gonna get started today just by finding a seat. And so if you have just a towel, you're gonna face towards the skinny end of your towel. If you have a yoga mat, that's great too. You're gonna sit towards that skinny end. And we're just gonna sit like crisscross applesauce. Maybe you learned that back when you're in kindergarten. And you're gonna find the place where you're sitting so tall that the crown of your head is reaching way up towards the ceiling. Okay, once you've sat up nice and tall, I want you to take your hands and bring your hands just outside of your mat. We're gonna lift our chin nice and tall, taking a big inhale, looking at your ceiling. And then an exhale, bringing the chin back down, gazing right down to our ankles. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest, look back down at the ankles. We're gonna do that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. On your next one, you're gonna inhale. The arms are gonna reach all the way up over the head. And then exhale through prayer right in front of the heart. Now on these breaths, we're inhaling through our nose, reach the arms up. Exhale through your nose, reach the hands in front of the heart. We'll do one more just like that. Big inhale up. Exhale through prayer. From here, we're going to take our hands, bring your left hand over to your right knee, and bring your right hand back behind you. We're going to take a big inhale, get nice and tall, bringing the crown of the head back up, and then we're going to gaze over that back shoulder. Take a few breaths here, finding a little twist in your spine. One more big inhale through the nose. And then exhale out the nose. We're just going to switch sides. So take your right hand over to your left knee. Your left hand comes down back behind you. Sit up nice and tall. Big inhale. And then exhale, twist in a little bit deeper. We'll hold for a few breaths here. One more breath in through the nose. And then exhale back out the nose. Come back to your regular seat and just shake out your wrists. Shake them out, shake them out. From here, we're going to come up onto all fours. So I want you to find your way onto your mat so that you've got your wrists and hands directly below your shoulders. Your knees are going to be directly below your hips. Okay, so kind of like you're a little maybe puppy dog or something like that. From there, I want you to spread your fingertips nice and wide. I think like a gecko palm. Spread them nice and wide so that you can see that webbing in between your fingers. Okay. Next, we're going to take a big inhale. We're going to gaze up towards the ceiling as we arch our back. This is called cow pose. On your exhale, you're going to tuck your chin towards your chest, round through the spine, press the mat away with your palms, This is cat pose. Inhale back through cow, arching the back, looking way up at the ceiling. And then exhale, chin to chest, tuck and round. One more, taking it through cow. And then back into cat. From here, we're gonna step our feet back. And I want you to kind of think of like if you were doing a push-up. I want you to come into that pose. It's called plank pose. Keep the fingertips spread nice and wide. Keep the shoulders over the wrists and just step the feet back. Now we don't want our booty too high and we don't want it too low, dipping down. What I want you to do is try and get nice and straight like you're a board. Okay, and once you're here, hold for 3, 2, 1, then go ahead and press into your hands. Bring your body up into downward facing dog pose. Now in your downward facing dog, you want to press through your hands. Press your chest towards your thighs. And then give a little look in between the legs so that you can stretch your neck nice and long. From here, I want you to take an inhale. See if you can go high up onto your tippy toes. And then exhale, bring your chest towards your thighs, bend through the knees. Then an inhale, come back up high onto the toes, and then sink your heels back down towards the ground. Next, we're going to take a big inhale breath, gaze to the middle of our mat, in between our feet and our hands. And we're going to wave forward, coming back up through plank pose. Now from here, we're going to lower our knees gently down to our mat. We're going to untuck our toes. Now this is important. I want you to squeeze your elbows in towards your rib cage as you lower your body down towards your mat. Okay, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Then take an inhale breath. Press your chest up and through your arms. So we're still squeezing the elbows back. This is called cobra pose. From cobra pose, we're just going to press into our hands and we're going to come right back into child's pose. Forehead comes down, arms are long, and we allow our torso just to rest upon our legs. Okay, you guys hold here for a few breaths. I'm just going to pull my hair back so it's out of my face. Breathe into that child's pose so that you get a long stretch through your back. Like there's an anchor right on your tailbone pulling you towards your heels as your hands stretch forward. Now go ahead and take an inhale, look up towards your hands. Okay, lift your head, look up. And then on your exhale, walk your hands over to the right side without moving your lower body. We're gonna spread the fingertips wide, press the floor away, and you should feel a deep stretch all along the left side of the body. Allow the forehead to sink down. Hold here for a couple of breaths. On your next inhale, gaze comes up, look at your hands. Exhale, walk the hands across the mat, come to the opposite side. And same thing, we're gonna press the floor away, allow that right rib cage to fan open, and then forehead comes down to the mat, taking a couple breaths here. Inhale, gaze comes up, look at the hands. Exhale, walk the hands back to center, and then you're just gonna walk the hands in towards your body. Now, as you come up, I want you to walk your legs together so that your inner thighs touch. We're gonna take an inhale, arms reach up above the crown of the head. And then exhale, prayer hands right behind the head and neck. Inhale, reach the arms up. This time, exhale, open the arms nice and wide. We're gonna bring the arms back behind us, clasp the hands, draw the knuckles down towards the feet. And as you do, I want you to imagine your shoulders pulling away from your ears. We're going to lift the chin up towards the ceiling. See if you can feel that long stretch through the upper back and the neck. From here, release the hands. Walk the hands forward. Place the hands down, and just like we did before, we're going to start by kind of coming up into that plank pose just to get the right distance. Make sure fingertips are spread nice and wide. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1, and then press the hips up towards the sky, coming into your down dog. From your down dog, we're going to go ahead and walk our feet towards our hands nice and slow. So imagine somebody's pulling your hips up towards the ceiling. We're just going to tiptoe all the way until our toes come really close to our wrists, and then we're going to bend our knees. Okay, so allow a little bit of weight to come off of your back. We'll plant the fingertips down. Inhale, half lift. Get nice and long through the legs and the spine. And then exhale, forward fold. You can take a bend in the knees here if that's a lot for the back of your legs. And then we'll take an inhale to rise up, standing strong through the legs. Arms reach up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, prayer hands in front of the heart. Now I'm going to turn to face you. You stay where you are. I'm going to turn to face you just so you can see this next part. So I want you to check in where your feet are. Okay? Look at where your hips are. Imagine there's a straight line that goes from your hips all the way down to your heels. That's where I want your feet. So not way out here and not together, but hip width. Okay, once you find that place, we're going to take the arms, we're going to sweep them down, and then we're going to sweep them up. Okay, so we're coming into a wide chair pose. Now I'm going to turn to face the other way just so you can see what it looks like from the side. So what I want you to do, we're sweeping down and then we're here, as if we're about to sit into a chair. We're lifting up through the heart, but we're lowering down through the sits bones. Then take the hands into the heart, lift the gaze. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Reach up nice and tall, send your prayers up to the heavens. Good, and then open up the arms, we'll swan dive, forward fold. Now here you can take a bend through the knees, or if you're ready, you can keep them straight. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand it up, reach the arms to the sky. Good, and then exhale through prayer, finding forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we rise one more time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Good, this time we're gonna plant the hands down. We're gonna step the feet back, finding your plank. Okay, nice and strong. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1. From that strong plank, you're gonna slowly lower the knees down. Untuck the toes, let the feet land. Hinge at the elbows, squeeze those elbows in towards your rib cage. And then inhale, find your cobra. Okay, so we're lifting through the heart. We're gonna hold here for a few breaths. So press the palms into the mat. Squeeze the elbows into your rib cage. Lift the heart, lift the gaze for 3, 2, 1. We're gonna have a little fun with this pose. We're gonna take our shoulders. We're just gonna reach right to left, finding a little movement, a little mobility through the spine. Good, use your hands to press the mat away. Don't forget to breathe through the nose for 3, 2, 1. Now meet me back in center. We're gonna square off the shoulders. Make sure your hands are directly below your shoulders, fingertips are spread. Tuck the toes. Come on back through the knees. This time we're going to press up into our down dog. Now from your down dog, press into your hands. Allow the armpits to open, chest presses towards thighs. Sink your heels towards your mat. Now here's something fun to try. So in your down dog, if you find that your feet are flat to the floor, maybe walk your feet back a little bit more, away from your hands. If you find that you're way up on your tippy toes, then maybe walk the feet forward a little bit more, finding a length that's good for you. Next, we're going to take an inhale. Our right toes are going to lift up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Now, I want you to imagine a little energetic pull of the legs together, like you're a pair of scissors. Point those right toes and hold for 3, 2, 1. We're going to draw the knee towards our nose like it's a little magnet. It's pulling forward. Then drop the right foot down. Replace it with that right hand. Left knee follows. We're going to untuck the back toes, and we're just going to come into a lunge. Hands are going to come right to the hips. We're going to sink down, but as we do, we want to get some power in that back leg. So we're going to get really strong through the glutes, through the leg. We're going to lift up a little bit through that front hip, and then inhale, arms reach to the sky. Holding here. 2 more breaths. On your next exhale, hands together, bring the prayer hands right behind the neck like we did earlier. See how that lifts the heart a little bit higher. Allow the shoulders to release from the ears. Good, and then inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, take the hands on opposite sides of that front foot. Tuck the back toes under. We're going to come up into a high lunge. So we're straightening through that back leg. We're still so strong, like you could balance, a bowl of fruit back there and it wouldn't move. Maybe boxes of Girl Scout cookies back there and they wouldn't tumble, right? We're so strong. Now I'm going to challenge you. Check your knee and your ankle. Make sure they're stacked. Once you've got that stack, I want you to see if you can lift the arms. Woo! Fire up that back leg nice and strong. Good, then we're going to cartwheel that left arm down. Place it right below the shoulder. Reach the right arm towards the ceiling. Revolved high lunge. Sink down into that left hip a little bit. And then reach the right arm back behind you. We'll hold here for 3, 2, 1. Place that right hand outside the right foot. Step the right toes back. See if you can come straight into your plank. From your plank, we're going to lower the knees down, nice and gentle. Untuck the toes. Hinge at the elbows, coming straight through. Good, and then lifting through the heart and chest, cobra. Shoulders peel back. Take a big inhale breath. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes. Press back through the knees. Come back up, find your down dog. Now we played around with the length of the dog earlier, so find your length, and then I want you, just like a dog that might be stretching and wagging their tail, I want you just to shift your weight from the right to the left. Allow the hips to sway. And breathe into that stretch. Pressing the palms into the mat, the chest more towards the thighs. Hold static. Then press the weight into the right foot. We're going to take a big inhale. Left toes rise up. Remember that analogy of scissors. So I want you to not be way out here. I want you to squeeze the inner thighs together. Point through those left toes. Be nice and strong for 3, 2, 1. Draw forward, bringing that left knee towards the nose. And then replace left hand with left foot. Lower right knee down. Untuck back toes, come up. Finding low lunge, Anjaneyasana. We're gonna place our hand onto our hips just to find that place that feels good for your body. Some of you might be dancers or gymnasts. You might be super flexible. And if that's you, see if you can back off a little bit and don't come down quite so far. Once you find that place that's good for you, we're gonna power up through that back leg, press the right hip forward, inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Good, hold here for a couple of breaths. And then on your next exhale, I want you to place prayer hands just behind the neck and head. See if you can sink in a little deeper, open and lift the chest a little higher. Beautiful job. From here, we're going to reach our arms up towards the ceiling. We're going to take our hands and square off that front foot. So hands on either side. Tuck the back toes under, come up, high lunge. Good. From there, we're gonna squeeze, power up through that back leg. Some of you guys were saying before we started, you sold thousands of boxes of cookies. Imagine you have a stack of 1,000 cookies stacked on that back leg. You can't let them fall because they'll break and your customers won't buy them. So hold them strong. And then check in, knee to ankle. Reach up, power up through those arms. Stay strong through that back leg. Hold here. Ooh, so strong for 3, 2, 1. Place that right hand down directly below the shoulder. Twist in, the left arm reaches to the sky. Sink in a little bit deeper to that stretch. And then reach the left arm back behind you. So we're nice and long, all the way from the top of our head to our back toes. Hold for 3, 2, 1. From here, we're gonna straighten out that front leg. We're gonna spin our toes to the edge of our mat. And we're coming right into a straddle. Prasarita Padottanasana, this one's called. Big word. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna take a big inhale, get long through the spine, reach forward, and then exhale, forward fold, release the head. Maybe your hands come to the floor. Maybe your hands come out to your legs. Find a place that feels so good for your body. I like to imagine a little more weight into my toes. Shift the shoulders away from the ears, so kind of lift them up towards the ceiling. Good, and then strengthen through the legs one more time. Nice and strong, nice and straight. For 3, 2, 1. Good. Plant the hands back on the floor if they're not there already. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we're gonna turn our heels into a 45-degree angle. We're gonna bend through our knees and then just roll our way up to a standing position. Okay, so we're meeting here. This is called horse stance, some people call it. I like to call it goddess pose. For all my Girl Scouts out there, we're definitely gonna call it goddess pose. So from here, I want you to take your hands right onto your thighs and imagine your thighs spinning upwards towards the ceiling. Now take an inhale, straighten out the legs, stand up. Now exhale like you're rooting back through the ground, sit nice and low. From here, take your hands back onto the top of your thighs. Take an inhale, lift up through the torso. Exhale, bring your right shoulder towards your left knee. Hold here for 1 breath. Inhale through center, nice and tall. Exhale, left shoulder, right knee. Hold for a breath. Inhale, center. And then exhale, legs nice and straight. Turn the toes so that they're facing the side of your mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands through, prayer right in front of the heart. From here, we're gonna take our left toes. We're gonna turn them to spin towards the top of our mat. Now I want you to check in with your feet before we sink in. So check in with the left heel. Make sure it's in a straight line, lining up with the inner arch of your right foot. Okay, so from here, we're gonna reach the arms side to side. Palms are facing the floor. Take a big inhale, grow tall through the torso, and then exhale, sink in through that front knee. Now you might need to adjust your feet. If you're super flexible, maybe that back foot comes back a little pinch more. Now I want you to imagine right arm reaching back behind you, left arm reaching forward. Find that place that's right in the center. Maybe you take a little bounce here. Find the place where you feel your balance, you feel the most grounded. Now take a gaze over the front middle finger. You found your warrior two stance, Virabhadrasana 2. One of the most powerful stances in all of yoga, in my opinion. From here, we're gonna take our right arm down to the back leg. We're gonna take an inhale, flip the palm, lift the gaze and heart up. For reverse warrior. From here, we're going to straighten out the front leg. And then we're just going to cartwheel it down. Now your hand is going to come either to your shin or to your thigh or to the floor if you're real flexy. And we're just going to open up into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Now you can take the gaze down to the floor. If you're new to this, stay with it to the floor. If you want a little challenge, you can take a quick look up to that right hand. You can stay there or you can bring your gaze back down. From here, we're going to take an inhale, reach up, lift up. Same thing, we're going to reverse into our Trikonasana. So our left arm reaches the sky, right arm down the leg. Now imagine your heels drawing towards one another, like a little pair of magnets. Yep, see how that changes things. Then sink back into your warrior two, bending through the front knee. Excellent job. From here, we're going to turn those left toes towards the side of your mat. We're going to straighten out through that leg. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands come to prayer. And you might have guessed it, we're going to go to the other side. So from here, we're going to take our right toes and spin them back. Check in, making sure that your right heel is in alignment with that back arch. So you can scooch around a little if you need to. We're going to open up our wings so that we've got a big wingspan side to side. Take an inhale, lift up through the torso. And then exhale, bend through front knee, take it down. Same thing we did on the other side. I want you to reach back with your left hand. Reach forward with your right hand. Now find that place right in the middle. Maybe you take a little bounce, controlled bounce, right? Because you're testing it out and you're seeing, where does my body feel good on this side? Where do I feel strong? Then once you find it, you're going to hold it in place. Gaze comes over the front middle finger. Warrior two. Hold nice and strong for 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale, flip that right hand towards the ceiling. Left arm comes down the back leg, reverse warrior. Hold here, lift up, gaze up towards that right hand. Then straighten out through the front leg. Cartwheel the arms, coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Checking in with your hips. Your hips, you want them square towards the side of your mat. Now play around with that hand placement. Maybe it's better up here because you're just starting. Maybe it's better lower. Maybe you come all the way down if you're real flexy. But the goal is we just want you to be comfortable. We want your hips to be square. We can take our gaze up to that hand for a little extra balance challenge. Then take an inhale, lift up, reach up, and then reverse. Right arm to the sky, left arm down the back leg. Good. From here, we're going to open up one more time, warrior two. Find that strong pose. Beautiful job. Spin the toes to face the side of your mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down to your mat. Inhale, half lift, long through the spine. Good, and then on your exhale, we're gonna spin the left toes to face the front of our mat. We're gonna walk our hands back up, step our feet back, find your high plank. From your high plank, you're gonna lower the knees, untuck the toes, hinge at the elbows, lift the chest and heart through the arms, finding your cobra. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Beautiful job. Lower the chest just slightly. And then see if you can gaze to the top of your mat. So you're getting a nice long line of the neck. From here, we're going to take the arms just outside of our mat. Finger pads pressed down, elbows reach towards the sky. Now from here, you're going to take an inhale, lift up, press into the finger pads. Exhale, right shoulder into the mat. Inhale, look up center. Exhale, left shoulder towards the mat. One more time, each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale, center. This time, walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Press back. Take your knees nice and wide. Find child's pose. From child's pose, press your palms into the mat. Let your tailbone extend back towards your heels. We're going to walk our left hand towards the center of our mat, straight out in front of our forehead. We're going to press the palm into the mat as we reach the right arm towards the sky and we gaze up towards that right hand. Once you've got that twist and we're opening up to the right, we're going to sweep the palm like we're threading a needle. Flip the palm up and then press the arm through to the opposite side. Allow the shoulder to sink down and allow the body weight to sink back towards the heels. Breathe here. Allow your body to relax and rest. One more big breath. Exhale, coming back through center. We're going to take that right hand forward, replace the left hand with the right. Inhale, sweep the left arm to the sky. Look at that left palm. Open and twist, and then thread the needle, flip the palm up, opposite side. Good, and as you are coming down from our practice, allow the breath to sink into your muscles. Allow the bones to relax, the skin to relax, everything to relax. Taking 2 more breaths here. Beautiful job. From here, we're going to untwist our arms and we're going to walk ourselves up to a seat. So we're going to take our big toes to touch. We're gonna bring our sits bones down to our heels. We're gonna inhale, arms to the sky. Good, and then exhale, take prayer hands behind the neck. Inhale, arms to the sky. Take the right hand and bring it out beside you. I want you to imagine your fingertips kind of crawling away from your mat. And as you do, you're growing long through the left side body. We're arcing through that left arm. Then we're gonna make sure our left pinky is facing towards the floor, and we're gonna bring our gaze up underneath that left armpit. So find a little press away with the right fingertips. If that's too much on the hand, you can always take your palm flat, whatever feels good to you. And then we're just gonna switch it out. So we're taking that left arm out to the side of our mat, right arm to the sky, walk the fingertips out, and then feel that stretch. Arc through the right rib cage, the right armpit, reach and stretch, and then lift the gaze underneath right armpit. Beautiful job. From here, we're gonna go ahead and walk our hands onto our thighs. We're gonna take right ear to the right shoulder. And we're just gonna give our head a little half circle, chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder. And then bring the chin back down to the chest, right ear, right shoulder. One more time each side, letting the head go. Beautiful job. Now I'm going to come to face you. You can be wherever is comfortable, but we're going to come up off of those legs, sitting onto our sits bones, and we're going to bring our legs into a straddle. So just like we did when we were standing, I want you to imagine if our feet were on the floor, they would be flexing. So flex your toes back towards your face. We're going to take a big inhale, arms reach to the sky. And then exhale, we're going to twist towards the right leg, making sure that our legs stay glued to the floor. And then exhale, forward fold right on down to that shin. Now you can stay up here. You can Gumby all the way down. Wherever you're at is good, but you want to see if you can find that stretch. Fire up that stretch to the back of the legs. Keep the flex in the toes. Maybe play around with the point and flex of the feet. See what that does, how it changes it. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Take a big inhale breath. Come on back up to center. Exhale to root down. Inhale, reach the arms. Flex the toes, and then exhale, twist to the left side, same thing, forward fold. See how you're different side to side. That was our alarm to go outside and bang pots and pans and sing God Bless America. I don't know if they're doing that in your neighborhood, but if they're not, check it out on YouTube later. It's pretty cool. So we'll hold for 3 more breaths. 2, 1. Go ahead and lift back up to your seats. And then from here, I just want you to wiggle out the legs. You can give them a little shake, shake, shake. We're going to shake them so much that they start to walk their way forward until they come all the way into a little L sit. Now from your L sit, I want you to take the right knee in towards your chest. Take your right foot up and over. Good, then inhale your arms up. Exhale, right arm back behind you. Left hand comes in for a twist. Be nice and gentle as we twist our torso towards the back of the room. Take one last inhale. Exhale, twist all the way past your leg. Give a little counter bow to that left side. Coming back up through center, I want you to draw both knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. See if you can bring your weight back into your sits bones so that your feet lift. And then make yourself as small as possible. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Chin to chest, release everything down. Head is heavy like a bowling ball. One more breath. Good, and then release that right leg out. Left knee stays. We'll bring it up and over. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Good, and then exhale, we twist. Left hand lands, right arm kind of presses its way in front of that left thigh. If you keep a little flex in the right foot, that'll help keep that right leg grounded to the floor. One more big breath. And then exhale to release. Make your way all the way across. You can find that little counter stretch to the opposite side. And then coming back through the middle, I'm gonna work our way onto the back of our mat. So I'm gonna turn again. Find your way so that you are lengthwise on your mat. And we're gonna do one more little stretch before we close out. So we're gonna take our right shin and we're gonna take it so that it's close to parallel with the front of our mat. We're gonna flex through our right toes and then take the left leg back behind you. Now, if that's impossible, you're gonna draw your right heel in. And remember, it's only impossible when you start. The more you practice, the better you'll get. So we're gonna keep an active flex in that front foot. We're gonna come up so that our hips are square to the front of your mat. Your hands are gonna come outside the mat and you're gonna lift up. This pose is called pigeon pose. And I want you to imagine a little pigeon walking around, how proud they are with their chest lifted in the air. I want you to do that. Then I want you to squeeze through that back leg so strong. Good, open it up. And then we're just gonna come in nice and slow, reaching our hands. Maybe you stack your palms. And then if it's comfortable, maybe you lower your head down to the hands. Hold here for one more breath. And then gently press yourself back up to a seat. We're gonna switch it out by bringing our weight onto the right side. Draw your left shin forward. Flex into that left shin. As you switch, bring the right leg back. So same thing, check in, where does it feel the best? Eventually, you want that shin parallel to the front of the mat. For now, keeping a flexed foot, checking in with those square hips, opening up the heart, nice and proud, puffing out the torso. Hold here for a couple of breaths, strong through that back leg. And then on your next exhale, join me. We'll slowly come down, bringing the hands forward, allowing the forehead to melt down onto the hands. Take one more breath. And then exhale, nice and slow and controlled, press yourself back up to a seat. Now I want you to find your most comfortable seat of the class. So for you, that's kind of sitting like this. If you want to sit crisscross on your knees, however that looks, find the most comfortable seat. You can also come down to your back if you want. This part of class is for Shavasana, which is for rest, but sometimes over a video, it's kind of, I don't know, kind of confusing when you're not actually in the room with people. So I'm gonna suggest you take Shavasana sitting up, but however you want, this resting pose, a comfortable position for you. And what I want you to do is I want you to take your left hand right over your heart. I want you to take your right hand right over your belly. I want you to take a big inhale and look up at your ceiling. And then exhale, close your eyes, bring your chin towards your chest, and just release your head. Feel the warmth of your hands against your body. Allow your slow breath to begin to melt everything down so that you are as relaxed as you can possibly be. I'm going to have you hold here for just about a minute or so as I give you a short reading. This reading is from a book called The She Book by Tanya Markle. May we raise the bar for how we live our lives. May we ridiculously increase the amount of peace, play, creativity, beauty, love, and joy in everything that we do. May we all sip from the wisdom of our suffering and awaken with the courage to share our stories that can heal our inner and outer worlds. So with that, I'm going to have you go ahead and open your eyes. Gaze comes back up. Release your hands out to the side. We're going to take a close out together by taking a big inhale, arms reach up above the head. Exhale, prayer hands right into the forehead, that third eye, that center of wisdom. May you all think and act with the wisest of thoughts. Prayer hands to the lips. This is for the kindest and most thoughtful words. Prayer hands to the heart for all the love that radiates out of you and into others. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I am just honored and humbled to be here with you all. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed Wednesday night, and take care of each other wherever you are. Thank you guys so much. I hope you had a good time. Bye now.